What is going on, my individuals? Drexler here. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. Exercise is a great way to just get your body going, especially if you do it in the mornings. Me personally, I like to work out, do a little mini workout right in the beginning of my day, just to get myself pumped up, to get my, my blood going, get those endorphins going, because exercise, it's actually like a scientific fact that it puts you in a better mood. You feel better about yourself. If you kick off your day with success, such as exercising, then you're gonna wanna continue that. It's like a snowball effect. Once you feel that little bit of success, you wanna keep it going. Even if it's for 5 minutes, you guys, at least that's something to get you going, and you're gonna feel better about yourself. The second thing is be grateful for the little things. It's so easy to be grateful for the big things that happen in your life, the big events. But a lot of us tend to forget about the little things. I'm talking about being grateful for the roof over your head. I'm talking about being grateful for your bed. There's people that, I see so many people around, where I live that are just living on the streets, on pavement. Be grateful that you can even brush your teeth in the mornings, take a nice warm shower. I remember last year our dishwasher broke and we didn't have it for like 2 weeks. And it was miserable, we had to clean every single dish, and I realized how grateful I actually am to have a freaking dishwasher. So when you really look at your life, and you stay grateful for the little things, the stuff you don't even usually think about, this is a great way to stay, joyful. Me personally, I like to wake up every morning and pray to God and thank Him for 10 things. I usually like to list 10 things in my head that I'm grateful for. I like to thank Him for my job. I like to thank Him for my fingers, my toes. I posted this on Instagram yesterday. I said, working out is a privilege. It's a privilege to be even able to walk out. Some people can't walk. Some people don't have hands to be able to lift weights. And when you're thankful for the small, you get blessed with the bigger things. Next up is get good sleep. Now, I know a lot of successful people out there, I heard 50 Cent say, I think it was 50 Cent, he said, sleep. What's sleep? Man, I don't sleep. And so people have taken this to the extreme, and I've heard stories of people just sleeping 2 to 4 hours a night, and if that works for you, then cool. But for most of us humans, me personally, I could not live off of 4 hours of sleep every night. I would just be mentally exhausted. My job and what I do as far as YouTube and my brands and things like that, it's all based off of creativity, thinking of new ideas. And so for me to go off of 4 hours of sleep, I definitely could not function properly. However, there is a balance. I'm not saying to sleep 12 to 15 hours a day either, because that's just being lazy, and not making the most of your time here on this earth. So find that balance. I've noticed for me, my body performs really well around 7 hours of sleep, 8 at the max. So definitely get good sleep, you guys. When you try to push your body to its full extent and you don't get enough sleep, this is where depression can come in. You can just feel mentally exhausted, and you're not going to be able to be sharp. You're not going to be able to have a positive impact on other people. So definitely, you guys, get good sleep. Next up is go outside and walk in nature. Now, this is again something, because I get so caught up in work, this is something that I lacked a lot in the last few years. And I noticed last year, I was like, man, I noticed there was one day where I was just sitting at home and I was like, dude, I need to get out. I'm always in front of my computer. I'm always working. I'm always trying to build my brands. And the times that I do relax, I'm just sitting inside watching TV shows with my wife. And yeah, that's great. I love watching TV shows with my wife. But sometimes as humans, we're made to just be out in nature. My wife and I have actually started this summer, to go out, and we've been visiting the river a lot. We've been going to the lake and just enjoying God's nature, the way He intended the earth to be. And I found that when I go out and I do these things, it's like I'm resetting my mind. I'm resetting like my whole existence. When you get out in nature like this, and even if you go on a jog or just something that gets you out and about, you honestly, you feel great. Live beyond just sitting in a house and either playing video games or being on our computers and laptops all day. God designed us to go out and enjoy nature. Meditate and pray often. For me, I obviously don't have time every single day to meditate, but I do like to meditate often, even if it's in your shower. Learn to do some meditation exercises in the morning. Another thing I like to do, like I said, I like to wake up and thank God for all the blessings in my life, and that goes along with prayer. And the best way to start off prayer, for those of you that are very new to praying to God, is to start it off with gratitude. You know, thank him for the things in your life that you are thankful for. Ask God to give you clarity on which direction you should go in your life. Ask him, you know, don't be afraid to ask him to pour down blessings on your life. And when you guys stay in constant meditation and prayer, you will definitely see your life improve. Next up, we have make time for your family and friends. Now, I know for me, I got a lot of things going on in my life, not just my YouTube channel, not just my hair brand, but I have a lot of other things going on outside of these things as well. I get so caught up in work a lot of the times, and I don't make time for my friends. You know, this is a flaw that I need to work on, and I'm steadily improving in my own life. And I found that the more time that I make for my family and friends, I'm overall just more happier. You know, when you get around other people that, you know, improve your life and make you happier, life gets a lot easier. Next up is stick to a healthy diet. Now, I see so many people these days, you guys, that lack motivation, that are uninspired, and that are ultimately depressed. And a lot of it has to do with the average American diet. So many people every day are just eating junk food, that are eating fast food, and they're not supplying their body with the nutrients it needs to be able to work on a high quality level. So for those of you that may be lacking good nutrition, I highly encourage you guys to start feeding yourself good, high quality foods. You know, if you see a meal in front of you, ask yourself, is this meal human made, you know, man made, or is it made from God? You know, so when you start making healthier food choices and you start eating more natural foods, you're gonna feel a lot more energized, and your body's just gonna be performing at a high quality level. Next up is make time for yourself. Now, everybody, I don't care who you are, you need that me time. You need time just to break away from the world and just to spend that quality, quiet time with yourself or with God. You know, me personally, I like to wake up every morning and have about 10 to 20 minutes of just devotion time and time with myself, you know, in my own head. And I like to either read or watch some personal development videos and just have some quiet time with God. Next up is write down your goals. Now, this is something as well that I've had to work on. I used to do this a lot when I was younger, but for some reason in the recent years, I've really slacked on this, and I haven't actually written down my goals and where I see myself, where I want to go, and how to get there. So definitely, you guys, I encourage you guys, and I encourage myself to write down your goals. Have a game plan. They say if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I also encourage you guys, you know, big goals are great. You know, having big goals in front of you, like 5 to 10 year goals are great, but also have those little goals too. Have those little goals that you can accomplish every single day so you can build that momentum of success. Next up is start your day off with some coffee. Now, this is something that I personally do, and I've noticed that caffeine, you guys, it makes me happier. Like, I'm not even gonna lie here. I know that kind of sounds cheesy or kind of wacky, but when I don't have caffeine and I'm like very, very tired in the mornings, you know, because I'm not a morning person, I have to force myself every day to wake up. When I don't have my caffeine, I notice I'm very just like, oh my gosh, like I'm not feeling my best. I'm not feeling sharp. I feel unmotivated. So I noticed for me, you guys, and I know this is not for everybody, but I've noticed for people like me, who are not morning people, when I start off my day with some coffee, just black coffee, I get pumped and I get very passionate. I get very inspired right away. Not sugary, blood spiking sugary coffees, you know, like at Starbucks, but just some black coffee that can give you that little boost in the morning. And the last one, which is my favorite one, have some dope sex with your spouse. Now for me, I'm a married dude, and I've been blessed with a wife that I got a dope wife that likes to get down. Like, it is what it is, you guys. I don't think I have to go too much into detail on this. I mean, I'm a very, very happy. My wife makes me very happy. When you have dope sex very, very often, obviously you're gonna feel great, you guys.
Obviously.
And for you single dudes out there, I highly encourage you guys to be patient and find yourself a great wife. Someone that will treat you amazing, and someone that will love you unconditionally, and also someone that will give you some amazing sex. So with that said, you guys, me personally, I try to implement these things in my life as often as I can, and I found that I do, man. I get filled up with lots of joy and lots of happiness, so I highly encourage you guys to follow these things as well. Obviously, you are human, I'm human. We don't stay on track all the time, but we do our best, you know. You know, we're always trying to figure out this thing called life. Do your best, forget the rest. Love people, love God, love yourself. If you guys dug today's video, be sure to give it a nice big thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and be sure to hit that notifications button to be informed when I drop some new content, and I'll see you guys soon. My name is Drexler, Shaka Bra.